Good afternoon, guys, and happy Monday to all of your sunshiny faces. I am in the kitchen right now because I got a haul for you guys from Nizi and Caputo's that I didn't do, my dad did. And although he wanted Monday, which is the second to last day of the sale, he wasn't able to find a couple things, but for the most part he got kind of everything. I'll try and point out to you guys what he didn't end up finding. But he went, and from what I can tell, all the coupons worked, all the sales, all that kind of stuff. There was one thing that he ended up getting at Caputo's instead of at Tony's, which was a little bit more money, but he couldn't find it there, and we did need it for St. Patrick's Day, so I'll go over that in a second. But again, he ended up pretty much finding everything for the most part. So we are under 50 bucks between both stores, which I thought was pretty good. Again, not getting at least one thing that was like supposed to be $5. And like I said, kind of flip-flopping some stuff and all that. But everything else, like I said, worked out, got everything. He, you know, again, really good with the couponing stuff. He did have to call me a couple times because he couldn't find things and stuff. And also too, he goes, I go down the aisle that it says tuna on the thing. He goes down to go and find the tuna, and he's like, it's just like, it said like also like Asian food, and he was like, I went down there, he's like, but all I could find was like Asian tuna. I don't even know for sure what that is. But it was some type of like, not like just like bumblebee tuna or, you know, sun-kissed, or is it called sun-kissed, whatever the kiss tuna is. Like that kind of stuff, like the canned tuna. He said it was like something different. I don't know if it was like jarred tuna or whatever it was, but it was like I know too, like they'll have like beans in like the bean aisle, like, you know, like canned beans or whatever, but then in the Hispanic aisle they might have something like, you know, like a different like brand that's like a Hispanic brand like in that aisle, because it's an international. I don't know if, I think Tony's is. I know Valley Produce was, and Caputo's is like an international grocery store, so they carry a lot. Like they'll have an entire aisle of just like Polish food or, you know, like whatever it is. And so, you know, like I was saying, they have like that kind of stuff. So he was like, it said tuna on there, but then there wasn't tuna in there. It was whatever was like, you know, in the aisle wasn't what they had. And then they didn't have the other aisle like named tuna. So my dad was like, I was looking around for forever trying to find it. And so anyways, he ended up getting pretty much everything for the most part. But again, I'll share with you guys all of that. We are not going to go to Meijer today though. I think I told you guys that yesterday. We were planning on it. I got up late. I also didn't completely finish my Meijer list, and we're going to go with Jack on Wednesday because he needs gym shoes. So we're either going to get them at Meijer, or else we might get them at Dick's Sporting Goods, which isn't too far away from Meijer. And since we'll be out that way anyway, it makes sense to go and grab that stuff from Meijer while we're out. So we're going to do that on Wednesday instead of doing it today. Also too, because I wanted to grill today because I've got hamburgers that are defrosted in the fridge. I can't do anything with them, and I have to cook them. We were going to do them yesterday, but then when we got home from the movies, we got food while we were out, which I kind of planned on, but then didn't realize that we had planned on that. So I wanted to, like I said, I have hamburger buns, so I wanted to do the hamburgers, but like I said, we don't, you know, like today was the day I kind of have to do them by now, and I didn't want to go out to Meijer and then not have enough time to be able to cook the hamburgers. So anyways, like I said, I will share with you guys what we did end up getting for today, but again, there's just no Meijer haul for you guys. This is all I'm going to have for today. All right, so right here was what my dad ended up picking up from Tony's. It looks like he ended up spending $30.70, which did include 23 cents in tax, and we saved $24.89, which I think is pretty good because it's just about a 50% savings. And a couple of the things, like even the cheese too, that was a really good deal, but it wasn't even a 50% savings. But still, for the price that I paid, that's still cheaper than like Aldi's and Walmart's price for what I can get per like cup of cheese. So like I said, and I think that like I said wasn't even a completely 50% savings compared to like what it retails at or whatever, because I think it was regularly $7.99, because I don't see it say like savings or anything, but then there was a coupon that made it cheaper, but again, it wasn't even 50% savings. So anyways, let me go through and share with you guys what we did end up picking up. First, we picked up the Multi-Meal cereals. Those were $2.99 with a digital coupon, and it was a limit of 1. So he picked up one of those. And then also to the tuna, which like I said, he had a hard time finding, but finally was able to. The Bumblebee chunk light tuna. This was on sale for 49 cents with the digital coupon. It was a limit of 4, so we picked up 4 of these. Really good deal. I believe this is for Lent. Normally during Lent, they have a lot of fish products on sale. So like tuna and shrimp and, you know, salmon, all that kind of stuff normally goes on sale normally like in between that kind of Lent time, like March or so to like April. So that's when we can normally find the best deals on those kind of things, and tuna are one of those things. A lot of the other stuff really, other than shrimp, we don't eat a lot of fish. So again, tuna is a really good thing that you can buy several of, keep in the pantry for when you need them, just to go ahead and stock up again when they're this cheap. So 49 cents I thought was a great deal. That was a limit of 4 with the digital coupons. So we went ahead and picked up all of those. We also picked up these banquet freezer meals. These were only 99 cents with the digital coupon. They were a limit of 4, so we went ahead and picked up 4 of these. Again, this is just like if Matthew, since Matthew's home right now for spring break, he might end up having one of these for like lunch. Jack comes home sometimes from school. Before dinner, he might end up having one of these. They're not insanely filling, so, you know, again, it's just kind of like a quick meal or a quick kind of like almost like a snack, honestly, right, for like, you know, teenage young adult boys, I guess, that, you know, they're you know, it's not like when I would come home from school, even too, sometimes I would end up having one of these and then eat dinner like 2 hours later. So now I don't eat meat anymore, and we have not bought these in forever, so we normally don't get deals on those. So again, I thought 99 cents was pretty decent for something we can keep in the freezer. Then also too, they did have the oranges on sale for $1.99. They were, I believe this is a 4-pound bag, I think, or a 3-pound bag. I'm not entirely sure. 3-pound bag, but still for $1.99. I believe this was a limit of 2, although I did not want to pick up 2 things of oranges because we already have some still left over. So a whole package for only $1.99. That works out to be like, what, 66 cents or so a pound, which I thought was really good because Jewel had their oranges on sale for 99 cents a pound as part of their 99-cent produce sale that they had going on this week, and that was per pound, so you could get, as you know, it wasn't pre-bagged. But again, I thought that that was a good deal because that's still cheaper than it. And then the cucumber was 50 cents, so that was a good deal. And then the strawberries, those were, let's see, I believe $1.50, I want to say, or it was 99 cents. Yeah, okay, they were 99 cents with the coupon, and that was a limit of 2, I believe. So we ended up picking up 2 of these for 99 cents only, which, like I said, I thought was a really good deal because we got, I got 2 packages at Aldi, I think, for $1.50. So again, that was a good deal. This was without a coupon. These were with the coupon. This was with a coupon. And I think these, I think those were with the coupon. I would have to go back. I made my list so long ago. It does say offer vendor coupon, so I think it was. Sometimes, like, if it's just a regular sale and they have it a limit of, you know, whatever, it'll be like $1.50 normal price, but then with the sale, it'll take 51 cents off. And then if you buy more than the 3, or, you know, more, like 3 or more, after you buy 2 of them, though, whatever else you buy is like $1.50. But I think this was with the coupon. Like I said, I know that was, this was not, and these other items were. And then the meat, they had corned beef, which wasn't the best sale. This was $8.99 per pound. We got about 3/4 pound. This is so if we don't have enough leftover corned beef, the actual like corned beef like roast left over from St. Patrick's Day. We normally do Reuben sandwiches the next day. So, and my mom can always do this too if she wants to with just regular, you know, like just by itself. So that was a pretty decent deal. And then we also got the Polish ham because they didn't have any other meats on sale this week. I know my dad's not a huge corned beef fan, so we got the Polish ham, which was $4.99 a pound. It was $5.09. That's still, I just checked while I was making my Meijer list. They sell theirs for $9.99 a pound. So that's still like just about half price compared to that, and they were, you know, on sale at least. So we got, like I said, about a pound of that just so we have deli meat to use for sandwiches. But like I said, Friday night will probably be corned beef sandwiches, like the Reuben sandwiches anyway. And then also too, like I was saying with the cheese, this was $7.99. There was a $3 coupon, so that made it $4.99, which is a good price for the 2-pound bag of cheese. Now, my dad was walking around originally. He told me, he goes, I can't find them. And, you know, all they had was something like, not even Colby Jack, it was something else, like pepper jack or Monterey Jack or something like that. Something that they really wouldn't use 2 pounds of. I might get a small little like 2-cup thing of that every once in a while, you know, for something, but not a whole 2-pound thing. The thing we use the most is mozzarella cheese and just regular cheddar cheese. However, they were out. Then my dad saw it on the end cap, called me back, and he goes, they have mozzarella cheese. They don't have any of the cheddar. Do you want me to pick up 2 of the mozzarella? And I was like, honestly, I'm very close to, like, we probably have like maybe about 1/4 of a package left of both of them. But I don't think I would use 2 2 whole things of mozzarella and, you know, like without getting cheddar. So I was like, just go ahead and get one. We don't need to get 2. Maybe I could have done pizza though if we would have gotten 2 packages. But anyway, it's all right. Like I said, this is the best deal I've seen on cheese in a long time. Like normally I think it's around $6.99 or at least $5.99 at Aldi right now. So this was a really good price. But like I said, this was one thing that originally he couldn't find. They were out of, you know, those varieties for the most part, but he was able to find this at least, which was really awesome. So that was a limit of 2. We were planning on getting 2, but like I said, they only had the 1 left. They also, I think, had Mexican cheese as well, which we probably would have used, and if they would have been there, I would have said go ahead and pick that up. But like I said, he could only find that in the other 2 kinds. So that's what we ended up going with. But the one thing that I know for sure was on the list that he said he couldn't find were the Green Rivers, which we picked up over here at Caputo's. So those were supposed to be $1.25. Now the thing was is that I should have probably ended up picking them up at Jewel because they were also $1.25. However, I thought he was going to be going on like Thursday or, you know, Wednesday, something like that, and he didn't end up going. So I didn't end up, I thought that we were going to get those earlier in the week. Had they not had them at Tony's, I would have then gotten them at Jewel. However, like I said, he went now today and I forgot to try and get them at Jewel first before we went to Tony's. So they were a little bit more money though at Caputo's, which wasn't horrible. It was only like 50 something cents, but again, or 60 something cents, you know, buying them there instead of over here. But those were the one thing that he couldn't find anywhere, which are seasonal. They normally don't carry them, but they did have them advertised, but then he couldn't find them. So again, I don't know where they would have been if they had them. When we found them at Valley Produce before, back when it was Valley Produce, they used to have them on like the end cap near kind of like the checkout, but he looked around and said he couldn't find them. So we didn't end up getting that. I think that was everything. I don't think there was any other coupons or deals or anything like that that he didn't pick up for sure. There was, like I said, a couple of things he called me about because I did ask to get just regular, like the macaroni kinds, because they do have like just the macaroni of the banquet meals, and I was gonna get like 2 of those, 2 of the chicken nugget ones. They didn't have any of those, so I said just go ahead and get those. Again, he called me about the mozzarella cheese, which originally we weren't gonna get, then we ended up getting. So I think everything else he found and got for the most part, because I don't think he called me about anything else. So anyways, that was everything at Tony's. And again, too, part of that was also because he did, like I said, we ended up going on Tuesday or on Monday instead of, you know, like on Wednesday or Thursday, which are like the first days of the sale, which was when he was going before, was like on Thursday. So he said he is going to try and go like Thursday or Friday or even Wednesday of this week to those 2 stores earlier. And then again, he, you know, will hopefully get those sales before they're all sold out, because I said they probably sold out of like all the cheese over the weekend and then didn't get like a new shipment in or anything. So that's probably why like they didn't have any left of those varieties. So anyways, and again, like I said, that was a really good deal. So I'm sure other people saw that and were also buying it too. So anyways, though, here are the deals from Caputo's. Ended up spending $18.71, which included tax, and then we saved $16.53. So about 50% savings. Now again, it would have probably been about a 50% savings had we not gotten the Green Rivers, which again we were getting for St. Patrick's Day. These were $1.59 at Caputo's versus, again, they were supposed to be $1.25 at Tony's, or I could have gotten them at Jewel for $1.25. Again, that was an oversight sort of on my part. So it was about like, you know, again, 30 or so cents more, which again isn't horrible. But, you know, like I said, just a little bit more, a little different price than I was expecting to pay. So I think I told him like $15 or so at Caputo's. So it was a little bit more than that with those. The romaine lettuce, though, that was 99 cents for the like single, like, you know, not pre-packaged one. Just 99 cents, not per pound or anything. It was just 99 cents. And then the green grapes, those were 79 cents per pound. You got about 3 pounds for $2.26. Also, too, the tomatoes, those like beefsteak tomatoes, those were $1.29. They were 79 cents a pound. You got about a little over 2.5 pounds. And then the organic baby carrots, which I realized I got regular baby carrots yesterday at Jewel for 99 cents as part of their 99 cent produce sale. I don't know why I told him to get these too, which again was no problem. You know, he ended up getting them. They're the organic kind. And I think I wanted to just get these and not the ones at Jewel, but I did anyway. I don't know. But anyways, we went ahead and picked those up also. So now we got a lot of baby carrots, but I do know that we need them for St. Patrick's Day also. So anyways, we went ahead and picked those up. The apples, the pink lady apples were 89 cents per pound. We got about 2 pounds for 4 of them, which were $1.93. And lastly, the Swiss cheese, which we also need again for those Reuben sandwiches. Those were $5.49 per pound. Got about a pound for $3.71. So the thing is too though, that Tony's used to do, they would have like the corned beef about that price. It'd be like $7.99, $8.99, whatever. But then when you bought 1 pound, you got a half pound of the cheese for free. And so they didn't, you know, now it's a Tony's, they don't have that sale. So that's how I always used to do it. And I always felt like, oh, you know, that's actually a pretty good price, because normally the corned beef is pretty expensive. It might have even been like $9.99, but you still got a half pound of cheese for free. So again, where I ended up almost paying $15 for this, normally I would only paid about $10 for both of the cheese and the corned beef. So like I said, a little expensive, but like I said, we needed it. That's what we do normally, and it wasn't, you know, it wasn't going to be cheaper really anywhere else. As far as like fresh deli meats and cheeses go, we could have probably gotten something at like Aldi or Jewel prepackaged or whatever, but it wasn't going to be cheaper, you know, at the fresh deli than this. So anyways, that's what we ended up getting there. Oh, the one thing though at Tony's that we didn't get, because my dad was like, they didn't have any signs and they didn't have this marks. They did have advertised there, I think it was the Bar S bacon was supposed to be $2.99 when you bought 2. If not, it was like whatever regular price. So my dad said they were $4.99 normally, and they had no sign, and they didn't say like, oh, buy 2 and you get them for $2.99 or, you know, whatever. And so I was just like, you know what, just don't get them then, I guess. You know, like I didn't want to risk it, and I wasn't completely sure, you know, that again, it was going to ring up at that price or whatever, you know, because it was like one of those required, you had to buy 2 and then you'll get them for $2.99. So again, I didn't want to like have him chance it, because again, you know, that's a pretty drastic difference. I guess not entirely, it's like $2, but still, if they would have rang up at $4.99, it would have been cheaper to have gotten them at Aldi. So that's why I was like, okay, you know, like just don't bother to get them, it's okay. I think that was the only difference in the one item he didn't end up getting. But again, too, I'm not sure if they would have came up at the right price or not. I just said don't risk it, it's okay. You know, again, that's a really good deal for bacon, but if they don't have it, they don't have it, you know, or they don't have it marked or whatever, then just don't get it, because why risk it, right? At least because like he didn't have the ad with him, like you can't really go up to the counter then and be like, oh, you know, these said they were supposed to be $2.99, I bought 2 and it didn't come up at that price or whatever. So you know, he couldn't have like, you know, argued with them, because there was also no sign over in the, you know, over by where he was picking them up from. So like I said, that's the one thing that like when they don't have that kind of stuff marked, you can't really go there without showing them the ad and stuff like that. And since I wasn't there also to help, I just said, you know what, if they don't have it marked, don't get it. So like I said, I think that was the only one thing. And like I said, he was going to get 2 of the packages of cheese. Those were the only 2 things that we didn't end up getting, and again got the Green River here instead of there. So that was the only, like I said, sort of difference. But everything else, all the coupons came off, sales rang up, all the deals, you know, we got all of those. So I'm gonna get this put away. Me and Matthew are gonna go work on cleaning upstairs, but I thought I'd just share with you guys some of the stuff that was going on at these 2 stores today. And like I said, I will have Meyer for you guys, I should, on Wednesday. Well guys, I think I'm gonna take a shower and get to bed. I was able to kind of get to some things today. Obviously I didn't go grocery shopping, my dad did. I did end up doing dishes today, but I woke up really late today because again, I only got a couple hours of sleep the night before because of the stinking time change, which honestly though, it was kind of nice because we ended up grilling for dinner tonight, and while it was still cold outside, I think tomorrow's actually supposed to be really warm, maybe. I don't know. I looked at one day and I was like, I think I was thinking on Saturday I looked and I was like, oh, we'll probably have to move grilling to Monday, I think, like, you know, because we were going out yesterday for the movies and everything, so we were going to grill tonight. And so when I was looking at the weather, I was like, oh, really, it's supposed to be the next day that's going to be really warm. So I think that is it, unless again that's changed since. But either way, we are supposed to get like I think nicer weather by tomorrow or later or something like that. But then I think it's supposed to like get cold again, and then it's supposed to get warm, and I think stay pretty warm for the most part, where hopefully we won't have snow again would be nice, because I'm kind of over that already. But it was kind of nice because now that we have the time change though, it was like my dad was able to grill and it wasn't dark outside while he was trying to grill, because the other day we kind of grilled a little late. The last time we were doing it when it was actually nice, like it was like up in the 50s or whatever. My dad went to go and grill, but it was like stinging dark out at 5 o'clock, so he couldn't see anything. So I think he was out there with like a headlamp or something. And I was like, oh my goodness, I feel so bad like asking him to grill, because it was like 5 or like, you know, I think he maybe tried to start at like 5 or 6 or something like that, and it was like dark by that point. So yeah, like I said, now that it is, you know, like the time change, like we can kind of grill as not as late as we want, but I mean, you know, much later than having to try and get like grilling at like, you know, 4 o'clock, because, you know, by the time we're finished, it's, you know, gonna be dark out. So that wasn't the case though today, thankfully. Like I said, you know, that was, I guess, the nice part of the time change, and I like that. Like I don't like having really, like, you know, the days, you know, just like not sunlight. I like to have more sunlight like later into the day, if that makes sense. I'm not really an early bird, so this is kind of what I prefer, although I don't like this time change because you got to spring ahead to do it instead of falling back and everything. So anyways though, I will see you guys all in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye guys.